Okay, 17 Olympic Avenue in Norlane. Now this was, in my opinion, this is a very similar looking area to where we just were in the north of Geelong, except minus the industrial and commercial estates that was bordering on. So in my opinion, a much better place to kind of have a residential property. A little bit of a hilly area. Some hills going down. See over here. Goes downhill down there, and a little hill another hill up there. Maybe that won't come through on camera, but it's definitely a hill. Okay, in the distance you can see some low transfer power lines. I normally try and stay away from those, and you don't want them within any sort of sight. Let's see if I can focus on those. There we go. I think that's far enough, and they're not very huge ones. I might have actually bought a house not too far from those ones once. It was a really nice house. It was a premium property, and they weren't too threatening looking like you do get in some areas. Now, corner lot, it's a mixed bag of people that like corner lots and people that don't like it. I guess people that don't like it is probably more of a security thing. People get worried about having the side of their house exposed. But this house has been designed really well to kind of absorb the whole kind of block of land. It's a really long house. I'm guessing it's around the late 1970s, early 1980s era, but you do see houses that are quite old in this spot. So this is like a 1970s kind of place, and that could be even older. You can see those ones next to it, the flat roof house. That could be a 1960s kind of house. So as the houses got more modern, more newer over the decades, from the 60s or 50s up until the 80s, houses got bigger. And you can see that this is definitely not your typical kind of house that you see that was built in the 1960s. In the 1960s, you had a very simple 3-bed, 1 bath, 1 small living area. And I'm guessing this has just got a lot more because the length of the block and this house literally fills it all the way to the end, just about. Now, you've got side access, which is fantastic. That is something that is awesome to have. I mean, you could put a caravan, whatever you're into, a car, a spare car, whatever you need. You can see by the driveway where the ground level is, the road level, to where the top of the driveway is, where the garage door starts. It's raised by about 1/2 metre. I love to see that in a block of land. It just gives the house so much more presence. This property does have lower ceilings, right? So this property does have lower ceilings. It's not huge ceilings. So typically this house could have a very kind of small look to it, but because of that raised block of land, it kind of saves it quite a bit. You've got eaves right around the property, which is great. You've got bay windows, so those windows you can see how they come out from the property, whereas the other ones are not. You'll see that when we get a bit closer to it. So that's another nice little extra. I don't know if I just mentioned the eaves. So the property's got eaves right around. Gives the roof a larger pitch, which manages energy or heat and cool better through the seasons. Now, a couple of things I didn't like is the patchiness of the roof. You'll see from the drone footage, it's like someone's painted it and then changed their minds or ran out of paint and then come back to it a year later, and there's just patches all around it. So I can't explain it. I don't think the roof has ever been renovated properly, but looking at it, it's in good condition. Like, I don't see anything wrong. It looks a little bit dry, and when I mean dry, when you see a well painted roof, it looks kind of slick and oily, right? So I don't know if that's going to capture anything there on the camera. Didn't see much wrong with the roof like actual missing roof tiles or damage or anything like that. Now, another thing I do like is the position of the garage. It doesn't dominate the look of the house. A lot of modern houses these days, a garage can take half the frontage, whereas the frontage of this one is just spread, isn't it? So there you go. It's a tight double garage door. So I'm going to say it's a single garage. So this is the bay windows. We've got aluminium windows. These were really only started to get used in the 80s. So I dare say this is a newer house than what I think it is. Never great to have a house, a garden bed a garden bed push up against the house, but in this case, this house is on a slab. So yeah, I'm going to say 1980s. A slab house, in my opinion, is so much more lower maintenance than a house on stumps. And the reason why I know this is through my rental business. We've got probably a mix of both types of properties, and I never ever get a call for a property that has got movement issues, cracks, you know, issues with the roof tiles, just because the actual foundations are a lot more stable. All right. You don't see broken bricks. But if I own this house, I would definitely put a concrete path around it. Just controls the water. This prevents any future potential issues. Because I mean, every house can sink, doesn't matter what it's built on. But I think I've seen only one slab house that's had an issue with the slab. Only one. And it was an estate that was known for having issues with very clayey soil. Let's have a quick look at the neighbour's house. Do a little street scan. So these are 3 units here. You've got a car buried as well. Brand new fence straight down the side of the property. Fantastic. That's really great. I mean, that is a very big expense. Would cost you a couple $1,000s. Now you can see it's a little bit majority nice houses, but then you've got a handful that are a little bit run down. Right? We've already seen a couple in this street. Driving through here, same kind of story. There were some houses with cars out front, heaps of cars. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit all sorts. And you got houses that have been renovated. You know, they've put a lot of money into restoring or maintaining nice houses. I can see like 3 houses in a row there with brand new roofs or restored roofs. Look at this place. Like, this is initially would have been a pretty ugly looking house, and they've done a fantastic job with renovating it. Extended the roof size. I don't think they would have knocked it down, but if they restored it, it looks great. So you can kind of see you get a bit of everything in here. It's a strange design, the way the house moves that way. But anyway, so comparing the houses so far from the exterior, this is by far the better house, just because it's newer, that's all. On a concrete slab. You know, these are the modern little extras you get in a house that just makes it a better house. The size of the house itself, it's got a nice brick to it, nice bricks I should say, and it's easily 20 years newer than the other area that we looked at in Geelong, North Geelong. Okay, so I was just speaking to the agent, and it looks like I was wrong about the age of the property. They're saying in the meter box it's suggesting it was built in the late 80s or early 90s is kind of what we're coming to as a guesstimate, and you can immediately see it as well when you kind of walk in, just with the floor plan size. So this is I'll go on the way out if that's okay. Yeah, so you can see the uniqueness of the floor plan. Like, you've got this long kind of hallway and you've got everything kind of tagging off it. So I'll just start from the back and I'll work my way forward. Okay, so remote garage. One car fits in here reasonably well. You can see by the tie marks. And we've got an automatic remote. Hairline crack going through the property. Doesn't go the whole way through, but it's right along the join. You can see the join there. It's a join here. Typically, that's where it happens. But what I like to look at on the slab is to see if there's any kind of cracks in the slab, because that's a dead giveaway of a property that could have issues. Apart from the dirty floor, like it being oily, there's not a single crack that I can see. So very good. First aid kit. Okay, so this floor is a bamboo floor. It's actually an extremely durable floor. This would have been made or renovated in the last 5 or so years. Nice window coverings, fresh paint. There's a bee infestation. There's one that broke in here somehow. Not good. You don't want bees. Anyway, this is a great size living room. We've got a view of those units, but they've increased the size of the fence. Mate, what a huge storage space that is. Bricks look good. Okay, no path on the side here. Downpipes are almost connected. That's not good, but you'd want to fix that if you came into ownership of the property. Cool. Really high fence. That's definitely a 2-meter fence. This is a strange setup, isn't it? You got the basketball ring for the neighbours. Okay, the floors are really nice. Like they're actually great condition. I normally don't do this for houses on slabs, but why not? Let's have a look. Okay, full-size laundry, built-in robe, room for a washing machine and dryer. Fantastic. Fantastic water pressure. Nice tiles. Look at these. They're porcelain tiles, larger than normal. Okay, the flooring feels really nice underfoot. I don't feel like I'm moving anywhere, or pretty old school curtains. They haven't replaced that, but everything else looks good. That's a evaporative cooling and ducted heating. Built-in robe. There's the vent for the heating. I don't know why there's a vent there actually. Wonder. Okay. Bathroom. A bit of missing grout here. Hairline crack in a tile. That's the thing, when you put tiles down on a slab, you cannot hide movement. That's extremely minor. I shouldn't even mention that. But it's just really fussy. Good water pressure. Okay. It's a return air vent for the. Okay, so identical room to the other one. So living, this would be the meals, second living and meals area, and kitchen. Geez, that's a relic, isn't it?
That would have been the original heating,
yep.
which we're not sure it even works.
Okay.
They've got a Brivus heating and cooling unit.
Okay, very good. So we've got a Laminex bench tops, laminate doors. I had a dishwasher like this and it was bulletproof, man. It lasted forever. And I sold the house with it in the end. But they were loud, but geez, they worked well. And Miele induction with a 600mm range hood. Okay. Oh, we've got a vent in there as well. That's good. Okay, new oven. Looks brand new actually. Not sure if this has ever been used. Really nice Westinghouse. Oops. I like not having nothing digital. Geez, that's annoying. Nice, clean dials. Okay, tiles are matching to the laundry. It's really nice kind of neat, clean tiles. This is a sizable room. So you've actually got a main living area at the back. This would serve as a lounge, like an initial kind of hangout lounge area, meals, and obviously kitchen. You also got a little bit of space in the under bench there. And lastly, another living room. Jeepers. Okay, nice light fittings, upgraded kind of, what do we call the feature plaster. You've got another sizable room. There is a little bit of a smell of a stain here, like a watery. I wonder if that's it. Okay, so just because there is some sort of smell here, I'll definitely recommend a building and pest inspection. Could be nothing, but yeah. What else we got? Yeah, so this is the master. New shower, tiled nicely, new tapware. You know what could smell actually? It could be when you don't let water run through these things. After a while, the sewage smell comes out. Happens at my house, and we use our taps on a regular basis. There's always like a bathtub you might not use for a while, and it comes up. Hey, this is a really good listing, a really good property. I like it. Thank you so much.